Hey everyone, Karolyne Roberts here, and welcome back to Premium Content Wednesdays on the Writers Retreat Network. So today we are going to be talking about co-authoring or collaborating with other writers for your writing project or for a book that you have been invited to take part in. So if this is something that you are interested in, then definitely stay tuned. So I want to get started off with sharing one of the benefits that comes with collaborating with other writers. So if you are a new author or you've never written a book before, I think that it's great experience to do a collaboration project with other writers so you can kind of get an idea of the editing process. You can kind of get a glimpse of how it feels to have your work published. You'll get an idea of how marketing takes place after a book has been published. So if you're someone who you're not ready to, step full into publishing your own book and having your own name on it, but you kind of want to collaborate with someone else so that you can get your feet wet and get a little experience, I think co-authoring is a great opportunity to do that. Another benefit of co-authoring is it's an opportunity to market yourself as a writer and build your platform or build your audience. And a lot of times writers, when they go straight into publishing their first book, maybe they didn't take the time out to really, build their platform. They didn't take the time out to build an audience or a mailing list. So collaborating with another author or different authors before you kind of launch out on your own is a good opportunity to get exposure to their audiences, to their mailing list, so that you can help build your platform so that when it's time to finally step out on your own and put your own book out there, you already have an audience that you have built up. So that is another benefit to collaborating with other authors and writers. I want to talk a little bit more about co-authoring from the perspective of not being the author who's invited to collaborate, but looking for different authors or writers to collaborate with your very own project. And I've done this before. In my book, Young and Living for God, I reached out to many different writers, young Christians from all over the world, literally, so that they can share their stories and they can share their experiences. And I feel like the beauty in that project is that I can only reach so much people with my own perspective, but you get a larger reach when you're not only collaborating with other authors and reaching out to their audiences, but you are able to reach people who can relate to their perspective, who can relate to their experiences and their message that you may not be able to reach those people on your own. So I found that that was an amazing experience, is just taking people from different walks of life to share their experience, to share their knowledge, and it helped me to reach a greater audience. So that's just a perspective and idea if you are someone who is interested in inviting co-authors or co-writers to your writing project. So I want to share some guidelines that you can look forward to if someone reaches out to you to collaborate or co-author on their project, some things that you can be prepared to have in place, okay? So a lot of times when someone reaches out to you to be a part of their project, they're gonna want several things from you, and there are several things that you can expect from the experience. So one of the first things that they may ask you for is a headshot. They may ask you for your biography, and they also may set different guidelines. So for example, they may give you a specific topic that they want you to write about or that they want you to focus on. They'll also give you a word count to abide by, and they'll also give you guidelines for formatting. So they may say it needs to be double spaced, it needs to be a certain type of font. So you want to be prepared to follow instructions, because they're receiving a lot of submissions from different co-authors, from different writers. So they're going to want everything to be consistent so that it's easier for them to mesh together with the book. Okay, so Be prepared to follow these guidelines, to follow these different rules that they ask for. And if you're someone who's interested in joining a lot of co-authoring projects in the future, have your professional headshot ready, have your biography ready. All around, it's a great experience to co-author with others on a writing project. It's great for marketing because everyone is helping one another market to their different audiences. But another great element of joining in on a co-authoring project is that you can put it on your resume. So if you are applying for writing jobs, or if you want to be a freelance writer on different websites, a lot of times these places ask for a resume, or they want to know your experience. They want to know if you have any publications, and it's an awesome opportunity for you to put that book as you being a co-author in your resume, even if you haven't published your own book yet. And the reason they may ask for your bio and your headshot and your contact information is a lot of times with co-authoring projects, the book has a page with the list of contributors, or a section with the list of contributors where they feature you, where they have your name. So that is why they may ask for this contact information, or they may ask for your headshot and all that extra stuff. And that's good when you think about it, because it's promoting yourself to their audience and it's giving you credit for partnering with them in this project. Now, I want to talk about another type of collaboration that comes with working with different writers for your book. One of the greatest collaborations that people are familiar with is the foreword of your book. So the purpose of a foreword is it comes before the preface, the introduction, of the first chapter of your book, to really set the foundation and to lend credibility to you as an author. So a lot of times I encourage writers to reach out to someone to write your foreword who is an authority in your niche, who is an authority in your topic, who is well respected, especially if they know you personally. This could be a mentor, this could be a pastor, a figure in your life, that they can really give you credibility by sharing, why they agree that this topic is important, why you're the right person to talk about it, and kind of vouch for your character as a person and vouch for, your expertise. So that is the beauty in a foreword and collaborating with someone who can write your foreword. And this is also a great marketing technique. So a lot of times, if the person who has written the foreword is well known, you'll see many different writers strategically place the name of the person who wrote the foreword on their front cover. So it may say, foreword written by so-and-so. And that is a great marketing tactic, especially if you're a first-time author and no one really knows you and you're just starting to build your audience. Other people may know that person's name and they say, okay, this looks like an interesting book. I'm not sure who the author is, but I see a familiar name on the cover. So if this person is vouching for this book, if this person is vouching for this author, then it is a book that I'll consider picking up, that I'll consider purchasing. And then I guess the last thing that I want you guys to be mindful of if you want to get yourself more out there as a writer is there's so many online magazine websites, there's so many online blogging websites where it is different writers, freelance writers, sharing different articles to be a part of. So take the time to research different websites if you're interested in, freelancing, different websites that you can be a part of, because a lot of times this is also a great way to build your audience, because when people read your blog, when they get to the bottom of that article, they can see your social media handles, they can see your website link, and you're getting exposure to the mailing list and to the traffic and audience provided by this larger website and this larger platform. It helps to, widen your perspective, to see what other people's experiences are, to join in on the greater message. And I hope that you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, bye.